so before I start, Facebook and Twitter are linked down below like the usual, and I'm going to hop right in. Today's video is called Career Choice. Hey Nikki, I'm having trouble deciding on what I want to go to school for. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and I'm training at a hair salon. I love hair and makeup, but my family will not allow me to focus on just that. They want me to go to college because it would be embarrassing for them to tell people that I didn't go to school. Not going to college is not an option in my family. I have finished my first year of college and still have no idea what to major in. I need to figure it out by the end of the year because I will be done with my general classes. However, I feel like I am not good at any subject. I am also extremely shy and am horrible at communicating. I feel like I will be unsuccessful at anything I choose. I know you were always saying to find something that you are passionate about and going with it, but how can I find that? Thank you. All right, well, I have a few answers to that question. The first one, I'm gonna give you like my opinion, but then I'm gonna give you a second piece of advice because I've told you guys before that like every family is different, and like I've had other people give me advice for things before, and I'm like, well, that's great, but you know, you don't know how my family works, you don't know how we are, you don't know our dynamics, blah, blah, blah. So every family is different, so I'm gonna give you kind of two pieces of advice. My first piece of advice would be, I'm not, oh, you said you finished a year in college, so you've gotta be over 18. Well, my first piece of advice would maybe be to continue school, keep doing your schooling, but if you really can't find something you wanna do, you may wanna sit down with your parents and tell them like, I know this is what you want for me, but I don't want this, and I feel like if I'm making money and I'm doing a job that I can continue to bring in, money, then I don't think that that's wrong, and this is what I really love to do. This isn't me copping out, and I don't know, I feel like, sometimes it's still that way, or it sounds like it's still that way with your family, but I feel like a lot of the times people used to look at cosmetology school and beauty, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's all you do? But there really is a lot, you can do with it, and it still is a career, and you can still, you can make decent money doing it, and telling them that, this is what I want to do, this is what I love to do, they may be receptive to talking to you about it, and you're pursuing it. You're already training at a hair salon, you're already working for money, and you're going to do better ultimately in a field that you really like than a field that you just kind of did because you were forced to. You're not going to work as hard, you're not going to understand it if you don't like it. It's like, have you ever noticed that things that you really don't like are harder to learn because your brain just doesn't want to learn it because you don't like it? So you're ultimately going to go farther if hair and makeup and all that stuff is what you really like. You're ultimately going to go farther doing that than doing something that you're just being forced to do that you hate, if that makes sense. So that would be my first suggestion, is sitting down and having a really honest, yet level-headed and mature, calm conversation with them and kind of explain to them that that is what you love to do. That's assuming that, that is what you love to do, because you also asked me, how do I find, finding something that I'm passionate about? How do I do that? I was assuming that was cosmetology, but maybe you're just talking about finding something you could be passionate about in college, which, guys, I don't believe that everyone, guys, if you look hard enough, there's something in college you're passionate about. I don't think college is necessarily for everyone. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people that are much smarter, they have much farther degrees, graduated with masters, valedictorian, that ended up, working jobs they didn't like, that didn't pay very well because they got stuck there and they just didn't even care about it, College is great, and, it's a great way to expand your knowledge and, meet different people and network for your future career, but I don't believe it's a necessity. You know what I mean? Okay, but in terms of if you feel like, no, I can't talk to my parents, or you talk to your parents and it goes south, or whatever, there's also still the other option, guys, that I mentioned in my previous video to someone who was asking me something about school, which is at some point, if you're really that miserable, you could always, and this is easier said than done because I didn't have to do this, you could always, once your money is coming in from the salon, move out with a friend, and pursue your life, because I don't think they're going to disown you. I don't think they're going to hate you for not doing it. And if it came to that point, it's, I love you guys so much, but I have to pursue what I want to do with my life, because ultimately it is your life, and they can put all the things that they want onto you, but ultimately you're the one who's going to have to live with your decisions for the rest of your life. And that's not in a disrespectful way, that's not in a rude way, this is not in a cut ties with your family kind of way. It's just trying to think level-headed and make decisions for yourself that are the best for you. That was a long, rambly sentence. And what I was gonna say was if it goes south, moving out is not an option, you don't want to do that, you're not willing to do that, is just, I'm sure you've already done this, but this is kind of the best advice I can give, is sitting down and going over all of the majors that you could possibly do in college and just really sitting there and going over all of it. Because there's a lot of artsy majors too in college that, you know, I've always thought like I would have hated to go to college, but I guess if I had to, like, there's a lot of things I could have done and I could have enjoyed. I mean, I would have rather worked in theater like I did, but I could have gone to school for theater and I guess I would have liked it, you know, or history or English maybe, or, you know, there's a few things. There's a ton of majors in college now. So, yeah. I don't know if that was helpful or not, but that's the best advice I can give. It's hard for me because I don't come from a family that, you know, says that you have to go to college, and so for me in my head, I know it's a lot easier said than done. So that's why I kind of gave the option of really just not gave the option, it's your choice, but gave the piece of advice to sit down and really go over all of your options and really think it through. Yeah, that was a lot of scattered advice, and I hope that can be pieced together okay in your brain. So that is it, guys. You can send your messages to me here in this inbox on YouTube, and I will see you next time. All my links will be down below. Okay, bye.